Hello, good morning. It's Tuesday and I'm here with Suzanne, and today we're going to be talking all about septic tanks. So over to you, Suzanne.
So septic tanks is one of the big issues that comes out with our rural properties. Most of them are on septic tank system rather than being mains drainage. Mains drainage is just in town. So very often when you're buying a property, you will come across the use and the diagnostics regarding the septic tank. So anything that was installed before the year 2000 is probably going to need at least modifying, possibly replacing. So that's a start. If we describe it on our details as a septic tank, that means it's an old-fashioned septic tank to the best of our knowledge and the client's knowledge, so therefore it will need replacing. If it's a FOS 2.0, so it takes all the wastewater, then there's a possibility that it will be up to date, but only if it's installed, as I say, after 2000. So if you get a report and it says that your septic tank isn't up to date, there's various degrees of what needs to be done. So let's imagine that you need a whole new septic tank installation, and the process for this is different than just if something doesn't work on the installation you've got. So this is when you need a whole new replacement. So you would have to do, before you do any work at all, you would need to get a soil test survey done by a company here in France. It looks a bit like this. This is an older one, so it's not as many pages as it would be now, but this is the type of information that you will get. So I'll just flick through it. This will basically tell you where your septic tank's got to be, how deep, how big, the position on your site, how long the filter bed has to be, all the information's there. Once you've agreed to this project that's been given to you, the person who's done the etude, soil test survey, will then send it off to the mairie and get their approval as well. So until that's done, you can't actually do anything. After that, you can get quotes. Lots of people will actually want this information to be able to quote for you. When we're looking on site to see whether something's likely to conform or not, we're looking for two things. We're looking for the initial cover where the septic tank is, possibly a separate grease trap, and then going out from there you've got a filter bed, and we're looking for an opening, so another manhole cover at the beginning of the filter bed and one at the end. And there's also two ventilations that come up from that as well. So that's what we're looking at to give you an indication from layman's terms as to whether it's likely to conform or not.
Okay, and how much would an etude like that cost roughly?
These cost around €380, something like that.
And how much roughly would a septic tank inspection cost?
The actual inspection, so the vendor is obliged to provide a septic tank inspection report with the contract details, so it goes with the contract when you're signing for your property. That will cost around €200. Different communes charge differently.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you for that. Bye-bye.
Bye.